an extended period of time and paying somebody $1,200 a year to cut the grass, and it's just sitting there, and it's a waste of money as far as I'm concerned. If we could turn it, if the fire department can use it, if we can turn that property over, put that money aside and search for another piece of property, and have that money there to invest in maybe a more appropriate piece, a larger piece. I think we should do that. I think we should at least explore selling it to the fire department.
Well, just to play devil's advocate, I don't mow my yard year round. I mow it a whole lot in the summer, especially when it rains. But there are certain times of the year that I don't mow my grass. So I don't know that we have to pay that much, and that may have just been an average. But I think that the other option that we have is just to keep that piece of property. And if we decide we want to search and see if we can find something better, we'll look then. And at that time, we could sell that property or look at what the fire department's not going anywhere. They're still going to want that piece of property no matter what. Somebody else could purchase it from us, and they could possibly sell a portion of it to the fire department if all they're looking for is a septic repair field. They may not need the entire property. So I'm just saying, I don't know that we really need to do something with it at this point. I don't think it's being enough of a drain. I think there are other things that we could do on that property, and we've discussed them, but nothing's ever been done with them, as far as having a servant garden or doing different kinds of farmers market, or other things that we could make some use of that property if we park it. If we choose to park it for Founder's Day. And it is mowed, and we could even put picnic tables on it and have a place where people could stop there if they wanted to. That's just something that we could utilize it for if we choose to do something else with it, if we feel it's not being utilized to its full potential.
I don't think it's being utilized at all. I just think it's a waste of money to just mow grass for no reason. And that's my personal opinion. And I really feel that we should at least consider exploring an option to sell to the fire department. Doesn't mean we have to.
Well, I think if we're going to explore an option, we need to kind of be prepared to sell it to them if we're going to talk to them about it. Because, if we're not going to do anything with it, I prefer just to say thank you for your interest, and we'll keep that, in consideration if we decide to do something with it.
I think we need to get a commercial broker to give us an estimate of what we can potentially sell that property for.
I think it'll be a mistake to do that at this time.
Mayor Brown, you're the one that said that you were speaking to someone at the fire department about the possible purchase of that property. Do you have any input on this?
Well, I suggest that we table it for another year, 18 months, revisit it and see what has changed, if anything, in 18 months. Council then on board in 18 months, a year, may look at it differently. There may be different facts. But right now, I would not. I think it's a good place for town hall, and that, but not right now. And if the fire department gets it one way or the other, it's not going to increase the tax base. It can still be, zero tax base, so they're not taxed. So I suggest we look at it, revisit it every year or something like that, see what's changed, if anything. Anything would change in the business.
What changed is they built a burn center there. I just think it would be an embarrassment to build a town hall next to a fire department training burn center. Just sounds very implausible to me.
Well, to me, before I would in any way consider that as an implausible reason not to, I would want some non-partial group to conduct a study of the burn center. We're hearing the fire department say everything's good with it. And, you know, that would be what I would have to see myself. I suggest we revisit it in a year, and see what happens.
Ready for a motion?
Yeah, I was gonna make the motion.
We'll go for it.
I was gonna move the table it at this time and discuss it later on. I think we've had some good discussion points. We can think about this and bring it up at any other time if we move the table it at this point. It just stops discussion and we can bring it back up anytime.
Ms. Barnes, you know, because it's an agenda item, I would prefer that it be tabled to a time certain.
Okay. Well, why don't we table it until we begin our budget discussions again, next year?
Which is what, January?
Michael, is that
Typically,
January?
I'll second.
I can live with that.
Got a motion to table, Ms. Barnes, second, Mr. Ray. Further discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. All opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Request to use town seal.
all the value, probably know most about it. Ms. Gladys Scarlett has requested that the town seal, that she has asked permission to use the town seal in an upcoming book about the history of Summerfield. In your package, there's a handwritten note from her making a request. It's a collection of articles about Summerfield that have been published by the Green Register Record. She's asking permission to use a photograph or likeness of Summerfield town seal on the back cover of the book. She also mentions a photograph of the town hall. That's public record. Anyone can take a picture of the town hall and use it any way they like. But the town seal, if I remember correctly, maybe 8 years ago, the town seal was used by some folks inappropriately, and the council enacted some sort of standard as to how we couldn't find any evidence of a formal document, but felt it required council approval to approve the use of the seal that's not related to the town directly.
Do you know if she's gonna get any money for these books?
She typically sells the books, but whether that just covers her costs, I don't know.
I don't particularly have a problem with that. I think she's certainly done a lot of work and trying to preserve the history. I think it will be something that will be positive for the town. I don't have a problem with the use of this.
Are there any legal statutes on that layer? Town seal?
I asked the town manager, and he thinks the answer is no to this. If it's copyrighted, obviously, your permission is required. If it's not copyrighted, it's in the public domain, and quite frankly, she could use it without your permission. But the fact that you're giving her permission now is fully appropriate.
It is copyrighted.
I think it is. Well, I couldn't remember if it was not. I couldn't find evidence.
If that's the case, then your vote is all that's necessary for her to have permission to
I
use it.
did, and I think she gave the town her permission for what that's worth.
Yeah, I'm sure people, I practically called the conversation, he had a copyright.
Yes.
If we don't have a record of it, I wonder if a separate note if we might want to.
Well,
I just made a note, and I'm going to research
mention
it.
that.
Okay. I bet there's a file in there something related to that.
Probably in off-site storage.
Perhaps.
We want a motion to allow the use of the town seal by this store.
Can we, just say in that motion for her upcoming book?
Oh, that,
You could even say,